Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Accidental Entrepreneur by Ruban. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. In today's edition of Accidental Entrepreneur, I'm talking about asking question. I titled it Just Ask. It is important to ask questions and clarification before you embark on a journey. For one of the reason is you get clarified and you don't make any mistakes when you ask questions. So another one of them is when you ask question, you are implicitly giving some information to the other person, and they may start thinking about in a different way than they were thinking about. So those are the two areas which I focus on when I am interacting with other people. In this one, I'm going to talk about three different scenarios. One of them is how do you work in a career when you're starting out your career and talking to your manager or your superiors. The other one is working with your colleagues. And the third one is working with your customers. How do you interact them efficiently by asking questions? The first one is, I remember when I started my first career at Rockwell Semiconductor many years ago, I was the uni engineer in that project. So in that time, I would be sitting in that meetings with 20-25 people who are very experienced people. Even though I had the newer technology ideas, I didn't know how to, if I come out and say, we can do this better, I may be considered as a know-it-all or, talking too much. So the way I post is, I will sit in the room, I will wait for the right time to come, everything will be boiling inside, I want to ask this question, or tell my opinion. So the way I pose, my opinion is just like another question. So when I put it out as a question, people started, understanding where I'm coming from. They respond to it positively. Or when I make some, I'm sure I'd made few mistakes, and they will correct me, rather than thinking this guy is trying to be, smart ass. So that is one thing. The second one is about when you're working with your colleagues and working with your managers and all that, because you want to be respectful. So, for example, when you want a promotion or when you want advancement in the career, rather than going and saying, I want this or I want that, so you pose a question to your manager saying, hey, if I want to move up to this level, what do you think I should be doing? And, why? So most of the people, more than 90-95% of the people you will interact with, they always willing to help you and give you direction. And that is one of the biggest learning for me in working in US, because I have heard about different opinions and people think about when you ask these kind of questions, they don't answer properly. But in US, that is considered to be very good, as well as when there is a promotion open or when there is an opportunity arrives and they are willing to consider you because you have already put your name out there without putting your name out there. So this is just asking question, not telling them what you want. The third one is very interesting part, working with customers. Most of the time customers, they are in an environment, they know a lot about their technology and their area, but they don't know as much as about ours. And they may not have even thought about it. So rather than, but if you go and tell them about their technology, they can use our product better, they may think, what does this guy think? Does he think he knows more than others, more than them? So rather than that, I pose as a question. And first reaction most of the time is they will tell, no, it works fine. But what I have noticed is most of these smart people who are sitting on the other side, even though they don't understand at the first time, and they will, get off the meeting, they will think about it, and they will give a call or they'll send an email saying, Ruben, that was a great point you made there. We should talk about it more. So this is again, yes, asking. So as I said, when you have something in doubt or when you don't want to be, too overconfident, post your opinion as a question. Just ask. That will take you places. Thank you. We'll see you next week.